What's up, guys? How are you today? We are going to do a fashion color today from Pravana, and we're gonna do cute haircuts full of layers and texture, a beautiful bob. So stay tuned. So all I'm doing today, we're gonna lift the color first, and I'm gonna do 1:2 ratio of the bleaching powder. So 1:2 ratio, you know what that means. If you're using 1 grams of bleach, you use 2 grams of developer, so that's mean 1:2 ratio. And here I'm using if you're wondering what developer I'm using developer 30 volume only. This is all I'm using. And as you see, the application, I'm just not making anything complicated. You can do it your way. You are lifting from roots to end. You can start from roots to mid shaft, and then you do from mid shaft out, or you can do from mid shaft out and then you do your roots. It's up to you how you like it or how you feel comfortable with it. So after processing, I just let it for, like, to be honest with you, like 35 minutes. I didn't even leave it 45 minutes. Now we are using two colors from Vivid's. I'm using the blue, and here you can measure if you want, but because it's a semi-permanent color, so it's not gonna mix with developer, because semi-color, we don't use it with any developer. So I'm using the blue and the orchid. So with fashion colors, always you can be very creative, you can be very artistic, very free. I don't think there's any limitation, in my opinion, because sometimes people think like, yeah, always I do the roots darker and then the mid shaft out lighter. Not really necessary, because this is art. You are creating a piece of art, you are playing with colors, so I don't think there is any limitation. So in this situation here, I'm using the orchids on the roots, and I'm gonna use the blue from like the mid shaft out. So here it's like I'm doing the roots first, like when you do balayage, you do the shadow roots. So here I'm doing the same method. I'm doing the orchids on the roots, and like if you see, like I'm going around 2 inches out. And after I finish, so the application, as you see, is very, very easy. It's like you're doing a root touch-up. It's very simple, nothing complicated. And that's it. So after I finish the entire head, now I will start applying the blue, and make sure your saturation is pretty good, because when you are applying the color, if you are not applying enough color, it's not gonna cover well, and the final result, for sure, you're gonna find out like there is some spots here and there still not covered with color, and you don't want that. So when I am applying the blue, where is the line, the blue and the orchid color gonna meet together. So if you see with my hand motion, if you see what I do with my finger motion, I do like a color mesh, like I blend them together. Okay, so make sure like you blend them very well together. And yeah, be consistent with your application. I don't think it's hard, and I think just keep focus, and it's simple. With the time, you get the skills, you get the speed, and you'll be fine. So here, you need to be careful, like when you do it, not to put so much color on the mannequin, because sometimes can stain. It depends on the color line, so you want to keep it looks nice and clean. So here I did this bob before, but here I'm gonna do some retouch and make it more clean, and I'm gonna add some texture and layers in it. So what I'm doing here, actually, if you see, I'm keep my elevation 0. I'm not lifting the hair at all, and I'm just cleaning that line to make it very like a blunt, sharp line. So I'm taking another section, but if you see, like I'm taking like 1-inch section. I don't want to take so much hair, because the more hair you take, it's gonna be hard to be stay consistent. So here I'm elevating around like 45 degrees from the crown. You see, like the occipital bone area. I'm elevating around 45 degrees just to clean that line and make sure there is no any section like somewhere long, somewhere short, so just make it very clean. If you are wondering what I'm doing, am I taking stationary guide or no, what I'm doing, each section I'm taking straight out of the head. I'm not over directing anything. I'm just taking it straight out of the head and I'm cutting it. So if you're wondering how I'm cutting the sections, 45 degrees straight out of the head without over directing or doing anything, just cut it the natural growth. So yeah, that's it. And now we keep going. So the key when you cut, so here, like you notice I took more than 1 inch because I cut it before and now I'm doing horizontal. So now I'm building the shape. I'm not taking any vertical. Why? Because vertical, we know we remove weight, and horizontal we add weight. But if you notice, the more I go out, how I drop my elevation. Why? Because I want to push some weight toward the face. So I'm kind of on the side, I'm over directing a little bit to the center, not so much, just to protect that length and doesn't go too short, because I want the length to be protected and not go too short. So on the side, all I'm gonna do, comb it straight down, zero elevation. And if you see, I'm tapping on the hair just to release some of this pressure and the tension on the hair. And so I'm not pulling the hair so much down, creating this extra tension on the hair. So I'm just releasing the hair tension. Why? Because when I dry the hair, I don't want the hair to shrink up, and looks too short. So on the, you see the fringe area, I'm not doing so much, I'm not changing so much, because from the previous cut, she already has a short fringe, and I really don't want to go any shorter. Just want to keep them the same. They are already, as you see, choppy and, not a blunt line. I added some mousse here, and just to give it some lightweight. I don't want to add any heavy products. I'm gonna dry it and do some texturizing, and then you see the final results. Stay till the end of the video so you see the final look. I hope you like this video, guys. I love you, and I see you soon in another video, and ciao for now. See you later.